my name is Karen Gibbs and I'm the co-founder of ByHand Consulting, and I'm just popping in here to say hello and tell you about a new initiative we're working on. Some of you may know me from ByHand Consulting's programs at trade shows, such as our latest, the Global Artisan Project at Shop Object, or our earlier programs at New York Now, or maybe you know the buyer trips we've organized or our coaching workshops. But what's important to know about me in relationship to this new initiative is two things. The first is that I am passionate about helping artisan businesses increase sales, right? Sales, as you all know, are the number one mechanism by which an artisan business achieves their mission and impact, right? Whether that's to preserve a traditional craft technique or bring income to a specific region or population of artisans. One thing that all artisan businesses have in common, I have found, is that you're using sales to achieve your mission. So I am passionate about helping artisan business leaders figure out the best way to engage with the market in order to increase sales, because that's your bottom line. The second thing to know about me is that I am adamant that artisan entrepreneurs need to pick a lane, as I say, in their marketing approach. So what do I mean by that? In my opinion, the US market is actually full of opportunities for artisan products. So the challenge is not so much the demand, but the challenge for an artisan business is to figure out the best opportunity to focus on. Right? So an entrepreneur needs to identify the opportunity in the market that's best for their business and then define a clear path or lane to get there and then stay in that lane, right? It is really easy in today's highly connected world to get distracted by all the different opportunities out there. But the risk is that businesses spread their resources too thin by trying to invest in too many opportunities, and you don't gain enough traction to really be successful. So in my coaching programs, I like helping artisan entrepreneurs identify the right opportunity for your business, right? Which could be some totally different than somebody else's business. And then helping you define a really clear, simple marketing plan so that you can increase sales by investing your time and money into the activities that are going to bring you the best results for that plan, right? And then that plan helps you stay focused and stay in your lane. So those are the two things to know about me that's really important. But what's this new initiative I'm working on? So I've partnered with the Rise Artisan Fund to launch a new grant program that's called the Market Development Grant Program. And it supports artisan businesses and organizations that are seeking to increase sales in the international market by offering grants to help you invest in marketing, product development, or production. So sometimes artisan businesses need the coaching and advice to create the strategy, and other times you need the cash, right? You need the money to invest in those activities that your marketing plan has helped define. So that's what this program seeks to do. The grants are between $5,000 to $10,000 because I think that's sort of a sweet spot of what you need in order to invest in an activity that's actually going to generate solid results. You could use that money to participate in trade shows, create new marketing materials, develop new products, improve production techniques, right? And grantees can request either a single year or multi-year grants. And we are going to ask you to report on your sales and kind of your impact metrics so that we can hopefully help promote this grant program and bring other investors in to provide grants to other artisan businesses. So as of right now, this grant program is by invitation only. If it's something that's interested to you, please email me. I'd love to partner with you as we continue to grow this marketplace and strengthen artisan businesses around the world. Thanks so much. Bye.
Hi, my name is Gladys Macharia. I'm the founder of Siafu Home. Siafu Home is a textile production facility that focuses on hand-loom textiles. We are based in Nairobi, Kenya, and we are also proud to be working with Powered by People. One of the biggest challenges as a small business owner has been access to international markets. As we are working towards growing our brand and our business, export is a big part of our growth strategy. And I would say one of the biggest struggles has been having the opportunity to put forward and present our products to international buyers. One of our greatest successes as a small business is our instrumental partnership with Powered by People. Powered by People has given us access to international markets and allowed us as a small business to truly focus and hone in on what we're good at: the production, the design and development process of beautiful textiles. An example of one of these successes is our recent partnership with Liberty London. Siafu Home is proudly retailing through Liberty London a bespoke collection of napkins, placemats, and table linens, which were designed and developed by myself and my team. One of the greatest challenges we've been faced with as a textile manufacturing company is availability of raw materials. We have currently been purchasing raw materials from third-party suppliers, which means that we are buying materials at a higher cost, and we are now in a favorable position as we've grown our business to be able to tap into actually procuring directly from the manufacturers. What I've learned from failure. As a small business owner, what I've learned from failure is having the self-discipline and the ability to say no. As I grew the business, I was eager to take on orders and run production, even though it was not a primal focus or priority for the business. And over time, it has gotten easier to say no and to have a clearer focus.
Hey, I'm Kyle.
Hey, I'm Maddy.
And we are the founders of Yewo Collective, a social enterprise based in northern Malawi, East Africa.
So Malawi is a small landlocked country located just below Tanzania in southern East Africa. It is an incredible country known as the warm heart of Africa, full of friendly faces and beautiful landscape. However, it has its challenges. It still remains one of the poorest countries in the world with a staggering 91% unemployment rate.
And it was on our first trip to Malawi in 2012 doing other projects that we witnessed some of these hardships and adversities firsthand and how difficult life can be on a day-to-day basis. But the thing that stuck with us the most is even throughout all these challenges that everyone faces in their daily lives, there was this optimism that exuded from every encounter you had with every person. And there was a single phrase that we heard time and time again that really stuck with us. It was better to try than not.
We later found ourselves in northern Malawi in a very rural, remote area, 3 hours from the closest city. And as we were doing these other projects with a background in international studies, we started to chat with the community and listen to what families were saying, what the needs and wants were. And the one thing that kept on coming up over and over and over was just people were looking for jobs, just employment opportunities.
And so we knew that we could bring something to the table with an access to a global market and access to knowledge and resources And so we took a look around to see what can we work with in the area to get something up and off the grounds. And at first glance, it looks like there's not much to work with. In the area we were in, there was not a heritage craft, there's no infrastructure, there's no electricity, and there's no pre-existing product to speak of that we could help boost up and showcase to a global market.
So it was one afternoon when we were feeling pretty down and out about, this heart that we wanted to help, but we just didn't know where to start. So we were invited over by one of our friends, Wakisa, into his household for lunch, and we were kind of explaining the situation. And while doing so, Wakisa was looking at some of my jewelry that I was wearing, and he was just like, Maddie, Kyle, why don't we make this? Why don't we make jewelry? And we were like, well, that's a great idea. We don't know how to make jewelry. This is not our skill set at all. We have no idea how to do this.
And that's when that phrase came back up from Wakisa. He said, well, it's better to try than not. And that was pretty much the start of Yewo and that optimism that pushed us forward to give it a whirl.
So we asked Wakisa to join us. We started with 3 founding members and ourselves. We would meet in this village under a mango tree 3 times a week as we were working on our other project in the area, and to try and learn how to make jewelry.
And we started with very rudimentary tools. We were using old coins to try and make earrings out of. It was very basic. But since then, we've kept pushing forward, and every time we've encountered a problem, our staff meet us with, it's better to try than not. And now we've built our own solar-powered workshop. We have a total of 21 staff full-time, and we have our own in-house gold plating lab, and now we export a product that is with mini stockers throughout the US and in Europe.
So we're not gonna lie, it's had so many stumbling blocks and challenges along the way. But the one thing, as Kyle said, that just kept resonating with us is let's just keep trying. And that spirit within our team really guided us on this journey also. So we've transformed Yewo is now a social enterprise. In addition to making jewelry, we offer some incredible social programs, personal development skills, management training. We've got community outreach programs. So we're just so happy from where we've started from and where we've come to now.
And the lesson we've learned throughout this whole journey so far is that even though at first glance it might look like there's nothing to start with and there's no resources available, if you peel back those layers a little bit more, we found that the greatest resource that we had at our disposal to get a project up and running was the optimism that was within the entire community to just go for it, because it's better to try than not.